see. We look good. We should have 2 blocks. And we'll get started. Let's start on our back. Welcome. Gonna hit a couple buttons, get the Bluetooth. But welcome to practice today. My name is Rebecca. Welcome to the tree. And yeah, 2 blocks are ideally helpful. If you don't have them, don't worry about them. We can always adjust using just the hands, or if you're at home and you have something generally this shape, a book, a protein jar, like something that shape might be beneficial. So on your back, find the next full breath in. Send the emptiest breath out. One more there, deep, full breath in. Empty, full breath out. Okay, next breath in, hold it at the top. So inhale to fill up. And soften the shoulders and the jaw and the limbs, and take one more sip of breath in. And then slowly empty all that breath, let it go. Okay. So breathing naturally now in and out through the nose. Your breath, but just a little slower, a little fuller. You've got deep breath in, deep breath out. And you're just starting to pay attention to the quality of your breath. Okay. So gathering some small movement, you can start to wiggle the fingers or wiggle the toes. You got it. And then start to curl the knees in, just hugging the knees in towards the body, soft rock there, side to side, side to side, side to side, welcome, welcome. Okay. Let both knees fall over to your left side, big spinal twist. Your hips might scoot a little to the right edge of the mat, the knees fall over to the left edge of the mat, and then reopen the chest. So the chest stay high to the sky, let the shoulders fall down the back. Arms either long like a T or little cactus, little bent elbow. Big breath in. Very full breath out. Deep breath in. Emptiest breath out. Okay. Slowly find your way back to center. Hug 2 knees in. You've got a soft rock and roll there, side to side, side to side. And the second side, let both knees fall over to the right side. Hips scoot a little to the left, knees fall over to the right. Heart opens upward, shoulders pull down. You've got full breath in, full breath out. So if you're in the space getting settled, we need 2 blocks. Those are right in the back corner. Optional blanket for underneath the knees. Very big breath in. Emptiest breath out. One more. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Okay. Find your way back to center. Hug 2 knees in towards your chest. Little soft rock there, side to side, side to side. Okay. We'll stay on the back. You can gently stamp your feet down on the ground, walk your heels close to your hips, hands are outside of your feet, and you'll inhale to curl the pelvis up. So you're just lifting to a bridge pose, and right with the exhale, head back down. Upper back to lowest part of the back to hips. Inhale to curl up. Exhale to curl down. 3 more of those. Inhale, articulate through the spine, curl it up. Exhale, curling it back down. Inhale, you're up. Exhale, you're down. And let's give it one more. Inhale, you're up. Let's hold this one. So 50% effort here. This is not your biggest back bend, but a moment to lift the hips, start to feel some strength cook into the backs of the thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Let's try to squeeze the hamstrings. Give them a little squeeze, a little nudge, a little whatever we're doing today. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Okay. Hold the shape. Give it an inhale, lift belly, lift chest. Exhale, curl everything down. Starting to feel perhaps the first nudges of fatigue. Like, is my body working? Is it tired of doing the work it's doing? Is it okay with doing the work it's doing? So start to pay attention for that line of when we get fatigued, when we get tired, when we can keep going, and getting clear on when those little lines happen. Hug 2 knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll there, side to side, side to side. Hug in behind the knees, start to rock and roll, forward and back, forward and back. So now you're rounding the spine. You're trying to get as much curve between your pelvis and your shoulders as you can. Rock back, rock forward, yeah. And you're there for 3. Forward, back for 2. And for 1. Next one, you can sit yourself all the way up. We'll cross the heels in towards the middle of the space, the knees out towards the sides, the hips back in space, and go for a forward bend. Just start to walk it forward and down. Any amount. This does not need to be your deepest, does not need to be bigger than it is. Sometimes we start moving and then we're like, I gotta do a little extra, a little more. So just kind of see where things are. You don't have to immediately be seeking the next thing. Deep breath in. Empty breath out. One more there. Big breath in. Full breath out. All right, tall spine to come out. Let's unwind the legs. Step it back into a tabletop pose. So hands and knees position, all 4. If your knees don't love being directly on the mat, it's a little hard there. You can add a blanket, extra shirt, something softer underneath the knees. If they're okay, they're okay. But we'll stay here. Inhale to find a slow cow pose. Your tailbone starts to tip out behind you. Your belly spills forward. Your chest tries to reach forward and up. Your shoulders pull back. Stay for the next few breaths, right? Keep that cow shape, right? We're often moving this one just on half of a breath. So shoulders back, chest, chin up. Give it one more inhale here. And then the opposite, slow to cat. I'm going to start tucking the tailbone, scooping the belly and the ribs towards the spine, pressing the ground away, puffing up a big arc, a little rainbow behind the heart, and then keep this position, right? So again, this is a position we usually see on half a breath. Can you breathe in and breathe out and keep pushing the ground away behind you, rounding the spine? Stay for your next breath out, exhaling. Inhale to switch, move slow. Tailbone, belly, ribs, shoulders, chest or chin, head coming up last. Give it another inhale if you can here. And then again, slow, exhale, tailbone, tuck the pelvis first, or try to. Scoop the ribs in, front body in, round puff behind the heart. Nice, y'all. Let's step this to downward facing dog. Soften the puff there. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips high in the middle. Fingers spread wide here. So this shape, if we look from the side, your upper body, your lower body, attempting to be even, attempting to hold, you know, your ups, your downs, your upper body, lower body. But often one portion's doing a little more. Shoulders, wrists are doing more, legs are doing more. Let's bend the knees here. Yeah, lift your heels like you're very high on your tippy toes. Keep bending the knees, but lift your heels. Yes. Okay, now stretch your hips up high, straighten the knees, keep the heels super high, high tippy toes. Try that again. Bend the knees, bring your chest and thighs closer to each other, and then straighten the knees, hips up, booty up. One more there, high on the tippy toes. Bend knees, chest to thighs, and lengthen the backs of the thighs up. Knees get straighter. It's okay if they're not super locked. It's okay. Now slowly relax the heels. If you were focused on heels up, just let the heels soften down. They might get closer to the ground. They might not. Okay, we'll walk here, feet to hands, top of the mat. Yeah, relax a little. Feet, hips width apart. Bend your knees. Hold on to opposite elbows. Let your upper body peel and pour towards your lower body. So you're just hanging like a towel over a towel rack. Maybe like a towel over a chair that you didn't put away laundry yet. It's a little lumpy. Maybe sway side to side here, right, left. Relax the neck, the shoulders. If you're holding elbows, just switch the elbow in front. Just opposite elbow hold. Yes, so that's probably our non-dominant brain side, arm side, and we just built like 2 new brain cells by switching our elbow there. Big breath in. Empty the breath out. Okay, let the arms go. You're still just hanging forward. Put a bigger bend in your knees if you can, and you can. So put a little bigger bend in your knees. Start to roll super duper slow all the way to standing. So you're peeling yourself up. Head and neck and arms are all soft. You're just rounding up, and then eventually the spine will have to straighten as you get taller and you stand yourself upright. Nice, shoulders back. Let's bend the knees a little bit here. Let's kind of find our pelvis here. So we're going to bend the knees. We're going to stick the booty out just a little bit, and then you're going to exaggerate scooping it in. So stick it out just a little bit, And then scoop it in. You'll feel a little squeeze of the glutes, and then let the knees get straighter. And then this natural curve will come back into the low back, but add a little bit of scoop. So I'm tucking the tail, and I'm lifting the top of the hip, the top of the thigh, the top of the pelvis upward. And not over-exaggerating that, but just finding the in-between. Little active tuck of tail, lift of quad. Relax your shoulders. Inhale here, hands high to the sky. Big exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway rise. Hands might travel to the shins. Step back and hold a plank. Hands are at the top. Feet move to the back of your mat. Looks good. We'll keep it. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees. And as we progress, option to keep the knees up. But we're going to lower all the way down, just nice and slow and controlled. So a little resistance as you bring yourself all the way down. Tops of the feet, unfurl on the mat. Inhale, shoulders back, chest up. Medium cobra, not your biggest. Exhale to come on down. And give that 2 more. Inhale, cobra. Kind of reeling up. Exhale. Peel it back down. 1 more cobra. If it wants to get taller, it can. Take it back, downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, hinge from the hip points, hips up high to the sky. Check in with the position. Maybe it feels a little more cozy than it has previous. Lean, hips to the right a little, hips to the left a little. Lengthen the back of the neck. Take any little wiggles and then let the wiggles kind of fall away. So moving through the shapes we've just seen one more time. High on the toes, bend the knees lightly. Step or jump to the top, so feet up towards your hands. Take an inhale there, halfway lift. Hands might travel to the shins. Exhale, fold. Bow the upper body, lower body. Big swan dive to standing. So now inhale, circle your hands, let the palms touch overhead, and you're all the way up. Exhale, relax your arms by your sides. Stand tall, peel the shoulders back, put a little tuck in the tailbone, lift the top of the thighs towards the belly. Inhale, sweep tall, 2 hands high. Exhale, hinge, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway rise, lengthen the spine. Step it back, plank, hold there, top of your push-up. Give it an extra inhale. Now choice on, lowering your knees first or lowering the whole body in one unit. Just move a little slower than you need to as you head all the way down to the belly chest. Inhale, 1 cobra. That could be any height, either bent elbows or straight. You could also take your upward dog, lift the hips from the mat. So cobra or up dog, rolls back, steps back into your downward facing dog. We'll hold that there. Full breath in. Empty breath out. In and out through the nose. Try to keep the breath in and out through the nose. If you really need a sigh, that can happen out the mouth, but generally in and out the nose. You've got 1 more Ujjayi breath here. Inhale. Full breath out, empty exhale. Okay, high on the toes, look forward. Little step or jump, top of the mat. Inhale to half rise. Exhale to fold forward. Big swan dive up to standing. Inhale, 2 hands overhead. Exhale, relax your arms by your sides. Whole thing 1 more time, little bit faster, so fast up your breath, but keep moving with your breath. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, plank and lower, high to low push-up. Roll that through your backward bend. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Land there. Nice. Don't rush. Keep moving with your breath, but speed up the breath a tiny bit. Okay. From our downward facing, let's float the right leg high. So 3-legged dog, right leg goes up. Inhale, breath, knee to nose. Curl it underneath you, round the body a little forward. Inhale, stretch the leg up. Right knee, right elbow, curl it forward. This one, hold it there. So you're taking now just a little across like a clock. Can I take my right knee to the left elbow and then back over to the right elbow? Nice, right knee, left elbow, right elbow. Left elbow, right elbow. 1 more. Left elbow, right elbow. 3-legged dog, lift the hip, lift the leg. Big step, right foot forward, top of your mat. So try to land that foot between the hands. Extra step or wiggle if it didn't make it. Light on your fingertips or perfect here to add your blocks. Bring a little extra space. Now I'm high on the ball of the back foot, so that means that back heel is lifting up. I'm going to take a little rock here. Little rock, forward, back, forward, back. Hands on either side of the leg. So I like the low lunge. Just kind of start speaking to some length in the hip flexors and the quads on that back hip, back thigh. Gently here, we'll tap that left knee all the way down, untuck the toes, walk the hands or blocks back and half split. So now I'm more in the front leg, speaking to the hamstrings. Relax the shoulders there, pull the shoulders back. Big breath in, big breath out, something under the knee if the knee likes something under the knee. And this position, let it be appropriate for you, comfortable for you. So that could be chest higher up, could be I'm able to comfortably hinge more towards the leg, but nothing forceful. Deep breath for 3. Here for 2. And here for 1. Your exit today, yogi squat. So I'm going to re-bend into the right knee, tuck under the back toes, and then we'll step the left foot really wide. Sit the hips low towards the heels, maybe prayer hands in towards your heart. So you're coming into this deep squat. If it's not quite happening, feet a little wider, or take this sort of rock. I could lean a little into one heel, one hip, other hip. That just kind of helps things open up, sit back down. But from here, we're going to sit all the way to the mat. You can use a hand if you're a little higher up. If you're fairly close, trust that your glutes are super strong to catch. You just kind of fall it down, and we'll take it to the back for now. So hug it in, knees to chest. Yes. Good time to breathe if you weren't breathing before for some reason. Big breath in, and big breath out. So let's set up our hundreds here. This is a little percussive move, right? We want a rhythm. We're going to inhale for 4. We're going to exhale for 4. We're going to pump the arms up and down. So little things here. Tailbone is staying tucked, and then we have some choice options on the legs. We'll do 2 sets. So choices on the legs. Either knees to the chest. You're going to extend, knees over hips, legs parallel to the ground, arms are by your sides. If you're feeling especially sturdy, maybe the legs reach out at about a 45 degree. So either start from knees to chest, tailbone tucks, try to puff up the upper back as well. No crunching at the neck, but keep the head up. If that's tricky, head can come back down. So we're here, we're here, we're here. Inhale and exhale. Start pumping those arms up and down. Tucking the tailbone, hugging the front line in. Big breath in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to watch, but you get to keep going. You get that really exciting privilege to keep going. Little pump of the arms up and down, up and down. In, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Last 2, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 2, 3, 4. Take an inhale, hold whatever you got. Lift it a little bit higher. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Hold. Let it go. Relax. Knees to chest. So we'll do that 1 more round. Big breath in. Empty the breath out. We'll jump right in. Extend. Find your position. Tailbone tuck. Shoulder blades trying to hover. Arms by your sides. Bent knee or straight. Pumping it up and down. Pumping it up and down. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms close to the body, up and down, not too wide, not too side to side. In and out. 2 more. In and out. Last round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hold your position. Crunch the body 1 inch. Let it go. Relax everything. Soft rock and roll. Length of the spine. Round forward, round back. We find a balance point on the glutes. Boat pose. So chest is up. Find a little stable point. Hands can stay with the legs, light support. Hands can reach forward. Feeling a little sturdier. Eventually legs straight. Here for 3. Here for 2. Here for 1. Let it go. You can either roll forward over the legs or roll the legs around to one side. We'll step it on back to plank, top of your push-up. Feels like a really good time to do a push-up, so we're going to lower the knees down. We're going to think about our life. Okay. We've got some music. It has counts. So we're going to lower. 1, 2. Lift. 1, 2. Lower. 2, lift, 2, lower, 2, lift, 2, lower, 2, lift, 2. Last one. Bring it down, bring it up. Lower all the way down onto the belly. Hands are underneath the shoulders, palms are planted. Inhale to cobra. So cobra could be a little baby cobra, could be a little higher. Any amount. So I'm either got a bent elbow, a medium bent elbow, a straighter elbow. Just try not to let the shoulders eat your neck. If that's happening, try to lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, come on down. Comfortable cobra for you. Inhale to lift it. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the seat. Float your right leg high to the sky, 3-limb dog. Inhale it there. Exhale, knee to nose, curl it forward. Inhale, float it up. Place 2 feet on the ground. High on the toes, roll forward to plank, shoulders over your wrists. So I'm gonna offer knees up. If you know push-up was pretty tricky, keep your knees down on this one, boom. Otherwise, knees lift. But we're headed to chaturanga, which is a hover halfway down. Can I squeeze the elbows towards the ribs, long through the spine? Try to hover halfway down for 3, for 2, for 1. Find the belly. Inhale, shoulders back, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Float your left leg high to the sky. Inhale. Knee to nose 1 time. So round the spine, curl forward. Send it back up, inhale. Left knee, left elbow, hold it there. Just make sure you're on your second side from the previous, if you did the other side. You're gonna go across without picking back up. So left knee, right elbow, and then left elbow. And then right elbow, and then left elbow, and right elbow, and left elbow. Last one, right, left, send it back up. Hips high, leg up. Inhale at the top. Big step, exhale forward, left foot top of your mat. Maybe find those blocks again. Wide, low runner's lunge. Maybe fingertips is plenty. You're here. You're high on the ball of that back foot. Little movement, forward, back, forward, back. Forward, back, forward, back. Breathe into the front of that right hip and thigh. Gently here. Right knee down. Untuck the toe. Walk the hips back. So my body's pretty vertical to the back knee, and the front hip and knee are lengthening under and back. So as I get more comfortable, the knee can get straighter if it's starting off a little bent. Nothing rushed though. Maybe I add a little fold over the leg if that feels available in the body. If it doesn't feel available yet, I'm not gonna fight for it, right? Sometimes when we're forcing it, that extra tension, it really doesn't suit our nervous system to be struggling into a pose. Work with your breath, let the body ease into it. Here for 3. Here for 2. Here for 1. Okay, we're gonna re-bend into the front leg, tuck the back toes, little step, left foot wide to the left, right foot wide to the right. We're back in yogi squat territory. Low boat pose. Your glutes to the mat. Tuck the tailbone, your spine towards the mat. Hover the shoulder blades, get a little lower for 3. Here for 2. Here for 1. Come all the way down, relax the arms, the legs. Okay, bending the knees. Walk your heels in towards seat points again. Little tug of that tailbone. Inhale, your comfortable bridge. Let's go for about a 50% effort here. So I'm not aiming to really open the chest and puff up into the upper back. I'm a little more in the legs. Keep the hips lifted. Bend your right knee. Peel your right knee up towards your chest as much as you can. So just big steps, squeeze it forward, and then let it go. Keep the knee bent, switch sides. Pull the left knee in as much as you can, and let it go. Keep doing that. You're just taking this little march, really using the upper quad hip flexor glute to pull that leg in and gently let it go. You got it. If you started right, make sure you finish left. Both sides for 3, for 2, maybe 1 more or half a more. All right, plant 2 feet, hips are still up. Lift the belly, chest, inhale. Exhale, curl it down, upper back to low. Let that one go. Nice, y'all. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Soft rock and roll, forward and back, rounding the spine. Find your balance point in the glutes, boat pose, chest up, shoulder back, maybe hands, maybe no hands. So if you're thinking about the rocking over all the way to plank, you can use momentum if you need it. You can take a little extra rock, but you're gonna cross the feet, plant the hands, and then lightly step or jump those legs under you. If that doesn't work for any reason, just legs around one side. Step it on back. Top of your push-up, hold it there. Okay, so don't move anything yet. We are gonna hold that halfway down point, that chaturanga. If that was tricky, knees down. If it was intriguing, knees stay up. But don't go all the way, hold it halfway. So start to bend your elbows, elbows skin tight to the body. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower slowly. Even working that negative of lowering slowly helps us have the strength to eventually do those fuller push-ups. Get down and get back up. Inhale, cobra spine. Downward facing dog, step it up, step it back. All right, float the left leg again. Give it an inhale up. Give it a knee to nose one time. And stretch it back up high to the sky. Plant 2 feet on the ground, high on the toes, roll forward, plank, shoulders over the wrists. Okay, you can keep your knees lifted or let the knees come down. We're gonna do opposite shoulder taps. So right hand taps left shoulder, left hand taps right. Try not to move so much in the hips and the shoulders and the feet. So you're trying to keep your body really steady. If I'm doing this one knees down, make sure it's not a true tabletop where the hips are over the knees. It's still more of a kneeling plank. The hips are in front of the placement of your knees. So that could be the knees down. Otherwise, you've got knees up, opposite hand tap, opposite shoulder. Little scoop of the belly in and up, of the tailbone in and up. Nice stability. Yes, find a pace that works. It could be a little faster or a little slower, but it's steady. You're here for 4, here for 3, here for 2, here for 1. Lower all the way to the belly. Inhale a cobra, exhale an upward dog. Take it up and back. Float your right leg high. Inhale, breath. Big old step, right foot forward, top of your mat space, high crescent lunge. Peel your body up. Shoulder over hip, 2 hands high to the sky. Big bend front knee, lifting heel of the back leg. Bending the back knee slightly. Give that your inhale breath. Exhale, inclining the torso forward. Sweep your arms by your sides. Okay, we're gonna keep this sort of incline of the chest and spine forward. We're gonna move opposite arms. So take first your left arm forward and your right arm back. And then your right arm forward and your left arm back. Nice. One more time left. One more time right. Last time, just the left. Hold it here. I'm going to take my right hand to my hip. I'm going to come to stand up a little bit on the right leg. So my right knee is a little bit spongy. It's bending. My left toes are really light. I'm going to bring my hand in front of the chest, so in front of heart space and down. We're going to go for a modified deadlift varietal, right? I'm going to lean this hand down. Now maybe ground's a little far. I could get to the ground or I can add in a block. I'm going to lean it right back up. So find this little offset position. Hand gently taps down and then left toes gently tap down. So you're hinging forward at that right hip and then picking yourself back up. You're really using your glutes to stabilize this position. Nice, y'all. Tap down to that ground or block, and then pick it back up. Let's go for 3 more of those. The standing knee's a little bent, yeah. Good control. Maybe 1 more out of those 3. Okay. Wherever you are, same leg. Can we lift it? Slowly step yourself back to a high lunge. Nice, plank pose. Top of push-up. 1 push-up, lower, lift, left knee down. We're gonna face to the window side if you're in the tree space. Right foot down at the back of your mat. Your left arm is underneath your shoulder. We'll take that right hand high to the sky. Float your right toes up, hold here. Nice. So top arm is going to stretch overhead. Bicep towards your ear. Right leg hovers. You've got an elbow to knee and a leg and arm and reach away. Bend it in, exhaling. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, lengthen. Nice, y'all. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good news. Keep the leg up. Hold here. Maybe hand to hip. You've got a little lift up and down. Don't kick it and pulse it. Make it a little bit slow. Up, down. Up, down. Find a natural breath. Make sure you didn't get stuck. Sometimes the body holds the breath. Last 4. Little lift up, down. Last 3. Here for 2. And here for 1. Hold the leg. Can you lift it any higher? Use inner thigh, use outer butt. Lift the leg for 3, for 2, for 1. Plank position. Lower all the way down. Let it go. Find your cobra or up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Whew. Good breath. Big breath in, big breath out. We'll float the left leg tall. Inhale it. Big step, left foot forward. And again, just if you're on a second side, your second side, please. High crescent lunge, shoulder over hip, 2 hands up to the sky. Big bend in the front knee, slight bend in the back knee. Tailbone tucking a little in, ribs and belly a little up. Shoulders calm. Give this your next inhale position. Exhale. Start to incline your torso forward. About 45 or so degree. It doesn't have to be precise. Just don't rest it. Don't rest the belly rib on your thigh if you could. Hover a little above it, even if there's some physical contact. Strong legs. From here, just the right arm reaches forward, the left arm reaches back. And then swap that out. Left arm forward, right arm back. Nice. Swap it out again. And swap it out again. Okay. Next time, we have right arm forward. Let's take left hand to hip. So if I'm on opposite side, it's just the opposite. Front hand, front hip. Your standing knee, front knee is going to be a little bit bent, but pick yourself up slightly. Light on the right tippy toes. Now, your arm that's up by your ear, you're going to bring it in front of the chest. So the arm's already a little lower. I bend my standing knee. I start to hinge down. Can that right fingers maybe get to the ground or add your block? So you're here, a warrior 3 position in yoga land, right? But we're going to lift it back up. So we're doing this hinge with as flat of a back as we can manage, letting the leg be counterbalanced, letting the arm be counterbalanced. Bowing down, lifting through that back leg, and then picking it back up. Keep most of your weight set in that front leg. So as the back toes tap down, you're not planting all the weight back there. Nice, y'all. Hinge it forward and down, lift it back up. Let's go for about 3. You're here for 2. Don't worry if your numbers aren't my numbers. Find 1 more. You're down, you're back up. Okay, so moving a bit slow. Can we lift the back leg, bend the front knee, just take a nice big old step back. All right. Land for a moment. All right, plant that back foot, warrior 2. Just get out of there. Inhale, lift, reverse, left arm. Windmill, 2 hands down towards your mat. Plank pose. Hold there, top of the push-up. Do 1 push-up, lower lift. All right, right knee taps down. If you're in the tree space, you're headed away from the window to the white wall. Your back foot, left foot, back of the mat, right shoulder over wrist. So chest opens to that side, left arm up. Once your base is settled, you can start to find extras. Can we lift the left leg? Left arm more overhead, bicep ear. Nice, give that an inhale, and then exhale, elbow to knee, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, curl it in. Keep doing that. Find a steadiness with your breath within the body. Nice. All right, so these movements are about precision more than perfection. Can you move your body precisely, specifically? You're here for 4. Here for 3. Here for 2. Find 1 more. Next time the leg is long, we'll hold it. Maybe hand onto hip. You're going up, down, little lift, towards the top of the range, not too low, but if it's either all or nothing, bring it a little lower while the body's developing that strength. Avoid a kick sensation, but a control, up and down control. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Give it a little squeeze at the top of the range for you. For 3, for 2, up, 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 up. Let it go. Plank. Lower to the belly. Big inhale, cobra. Child's pose. Exhale. Take it back. Knees wide, toes in, hips back in space. Just give yourself a moment. Definitely breathe. Thank the body for its efforts on your behalf. We'll do a little standing, we'll do a little grounding. Let's find downward dog. Plant your hands, tuck your toes. Inhale to send your right leg high to the sky. Just a big old step, right foot forward. Extra step as needed. So foot towards the top of your mat. Left heel fully down, open up warrior 2. You'll be on the long edge of your mat. Your hips, your chest are facing that long side, and then your arms extend from the shoulders like a little T. Your gaze moves over that front wrist, middle finger. Relax the shoulders down, gather the rib cage in. Keep all of that. Your next inhale, float the right hand, give it a lift and a reverse, bringing it up. Nice, bring it back to your warrior 2, hold. Sit a little lower, right knee. Straighten through the right knee. Hold here. So we're headed to triangle. Option to have a block handy, maybe inside the right foot today, but your options otherwise. If my stance feels long, I can always make it a little shorter, bringing the back foot in. And take right hand to right knee and just slide it down. So I'm finding either the front or the back of the shin. I'm finding the ankle. Maybe I'm finding the block. But whatever my grip on the bottom is, I'm not collapsing into it in the shoulder and the elbow. I'm kind of lifting away from any grip I create. Scoop the hip under. So right hip is kind of leaning in for you. Chest is leaning slightly back. But the whole body is aiming for even lines. Arms straight, legs mostly straight. Could you lift your right quad? Just kind of feel the front of the thigh perk up. Physically, it might not look like anything. I'm just pulling that up. Yeah. Everything same. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Right, remember earlier holding the bridge, just get to that point where the body's a little fatigued, it's a little tired of what we're doing, but it's still capable to do it. Breath here for 3. Here for 2. Stay for your next exhale. We'll press through the feet. Inhale to stand yourself all the way up and take a reverse, lift the right arm. Nice, windmill 2 hands all the way down towards your mat. Okay, so listen close. We're gonna head to window side. So if you can stand to the window, I'm going to place my left knee down, lean onto the left hip, and sit all the way down. Yeah, that works. Okay, so from here, left elbow, forearm down, shoulder over the elbow. Knees are pointing to the long side of your mat, feet are pointing to the short side of the mat. So I have a little bent knee stance. I'm gonna take that right hand, gently place it in front of the body, and float the right leg. Start right here. Point the toes, flex the toes. Yes, so you're finding some ankle connection, stability, and as we point or flex the toes, it correlates to speaking to more the front active of the leg or the back. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Bluetooth, what are we doing? From here, we're gonna stay generally same shape, but our bottom leg. My hips and shoulders are more towards the back of the mat, and then my legs are slightly forward. So there's like a little L at the hip. Legs are a little bit forward. Float that top leg. We're gonna start with a sweep. Sweep it forward in front of you, flex the heel and toes, and sweep it back slightly. The forward motion has more space. The back motion's about half space. Toes point, sweep forward, flex, little sweep back. So when your glute starts to feel just a little awareness, you bring it forward. And then you lengthen it back. Calm breath. So notice if the hips and the shoulders are doing a little wiggle forward or back to help. Keep the hips and shoulders level. They're not moving. The leg is moving. Smooth breath here for 3, forward or back. Here for 2, forward or back. And here for 1. Bring the legs together, relax a little bit. So if holding this position of elbow up, ribs up is getting to be a lot, you can also modify this one, tricep down. So you've got that option, either keep the elbow up or lower the tricep down. So next one, we'll keep the toes a bit pointed. We're going lift and lower. So I'm just taking that leg about halfway up. I'm not kicking it as high as I can. That's gonna bring more movement to the hip. We really wanna keep the knee facing out forward versus upward, subtle. So your lift is not the highest ever, but resist a little on the way up, resist a little on the way down. Lift and lower. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Looks good. Give it 1 more. Last thing here, we'll circle. I'm going to hover that leg about shoulder height and make a tiny circle the size of your face. Just imagine your little face floating back there and you need to circle it with your foot for reasons. Here for 4. Here for 3. Here for 2. Here for 1. Switch directions. Same leg, just opposite. If you were going forward, move more back. If you were going backward, move it forward. Little circle. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let's come onto the belly. Come onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Prop up onto the elbows and bend your knees. Do a little windshield wiper. Knees, heels to the right, to the left. Okay, and then bring it back to center. So I'm going to keep my feet down, my knees down. I'm going to lift the rest of the body, essentially. So I start to push into the elbows, ribs, belly, pelvis, curl up. It might not visually be there, but I'm really trying to feel that roundness of the cat spine. So puff up behind the back. And I'm going to inchworm back down. So belly, ribs, pelvis, everything back down. So scoop your way up. Give that an inhale. Scoop your way down as you exhale. 3 more. Scoop it up, round behind the heart, plant it back down. Curl it up. Plant it back down. Last one, curl it up, we'll hold. Option here to tuck the toes, option here to float the knees. Think about the action of lowering the hips down, but puffing up behind the heart, cat spine. Knees can still be down. Maybe they're up. Here for 3. Here for 2. And for 1. Let it go. Inhale. Switch your hands. Palms down, elbows up. Press the ground away. Cobra. And take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Last side. We'll float the left leg. Big inhale. Left leg to the sky. Big step. Left foot forward. If you might be catching the other side, just your second. All right, back heel down, warrior 2. All right, we got that left knee and toe forward, right heel down, or the back heel if you're on other side, back heel down, front knee bending, glute lifting, in and under, inner thigh, out and back, knee forward. Long arm, tall spine, gaze past that front wrist. Keep what you have. Inhale, flip the palm, give it a lift and reverse. Breathe into the side. Rebend, warrior 2, stay. Sit a little lower. A little lower. Okay, straighten through both legs. So check in on your stance. If it feels a little long, that back foot might move closer. If you did on side 1, maybe add a block for a triangle. If not, you've got your leg, you've got the ground. We're gonna start with the arms wide. Left hand, left leg, or your hand that you're doing. Start to tilt it down. You're either finding the front or the back of the shin, maybe the ankle, maybe the block, just as a nice feedback. But the hand that's connecting downward, I'm not leaning or melting. Can I lift through the underarm, through the ribs, press through the feet, energetically the lift through the inner thighs. Scoop your hip underneath. That left hip's leaning under you more. Your shoulder, your spine is trying to lean slightly back. And these are itty bitty adjustments. They don't necessarily have to happen. Yeah, foot, the block can stay close to the foot. That was a good move. Lengthen the spine. Let yourself get a little bit tired, but identify where the strength is to remain steady. Here for 3. Here for 2. And here for 1. Stay the exhale. Inhale to stand yourself up. Give a lift and reverse of that top arm. Inhale. And 2 hands down to the mat. Okay, let us discuss how we're moving, where we're moving. Plank pose. We're facing, if you're at the tree, we're going to face away from the window. So right knee down, right hip down. Maybe start with a little seat to the side. And we'll come into elbow down, forearm down. Could also be tricep down. Your shoulder over the elbow. Hips a little bit back. Bent knee stance to start. Left hand can step in front of your position. Float the left leg. Point the toes. Flex the toes. Nice. So just starting with that little bit of ankle awareness. And notice what you're feeling, right? Are the quads firing? Is the hip flexor firing? Or what's the calf doing? What are the glutes doing? Okay, relax there. Check in on your legs. We'll come into the straight leg version. So both legs long, toes together, toes a bit pointed. Float the top leg, hamstring sweep to start. You're pointing the toes, sweeping that leg in front of you. You're flexing the foot as you sweep the leg back. If you forget the bit about the foot, no big deal, keep moving. Long leg to sweep it forward, flex the heel to sweep it back. Now check in on motion of pelvis, of hip, of shoulder. Not a wiggle as the leg moves. Really ask that leg to move without bounce and movement up the rest of your body chain. Looks good. 3 more. Sweep it forward, sweep it back. Keep in mind, you've got your elbow down stance, forearm, or you could take it to the tricep. 1 more for now. Relax the legs. From here, we're going a lateral, lift and lower. So I'm going to lift that leg about halfway-ish and then back down. Find a comfortable resistance at the top and slow down at the bottom. So I'm not just letting the leg drop with gravity. I'm controlling it to lift it up, and I'm bringing it right back down. Nice efforts. Natural breath. Inhale, exhale. All right, let's take a little bit of rhythm. I'm like, oh, sorry. 1 more. Okay, almost done. Let's float the leg. So a little hover, and then tiny circles, about the size of your face. Extend from those glutes. Little actual circle for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Same thing, switch directions. Ooh, feelings. Tiny circle. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Land on your belly. Chin forward. Still hands for cobra. Inhale, cobra, lengthen. Exhale, belly, come on down. Same thing, inhale, cobra, lengthen. Child's pose. Knees a bit wide, hips stretch back. You got it. We will curl ourselves up, start to walk the hands in towards the knees, round through the spine. Sit the hips a little off on one side and bring both legs out long in front of you. So feet about mat width apart, heels tracking, staying down, toes flexing up. And we'll go into saw. Hands will start, palms facing down, shoulder back, tall spine, rib in. So this one's 4 parts, so just slow it down a little as you rotate to the right. And then you reach forward. So left hand towards right foot. Maybe pinky finger gets to pinky toe. Maybe you're just somewhere nearby. We got a little pulse here. So that's the sawing action. I lean for 3, for 2, for 1. Sit yourself up tall, still twisting, and then unwind your twist. Other side. Twist, bow forward, saw 3, saw 2, saw 1. Sit up twisting, back to center. Ribs in, reach forward, twist, bow, saw, 3, 2, 1. Untwist, forward, other side, bow, pulse 3, 2, 1. Sit up twisting, back to center. Bring 2 hands out in front of you, shoulder back, chest up. Float your palms on this one. Let's wrap the arm like you're serving a tray. Start to reach forward. Pull the backs of the thighs back, pull the ribs in, and reach past the toes for 3, for 2, for 1. Sit up tall, relax your arms. You can bring the legs a little closer together. If hamstrings or low back got a little tight, bend the knees. If you're comfortable, maybe they're straight, but really just walk this one down any comfortable amount. Relax, head, neck, chest, shoulder, jaw. Big breath here for 3. Here for 2. Here for 1. Tall spine. Start to curl yourself up. Make sure you've got your room. Scoot a little bit forward. Take a rock and roll all the way onto your back. Little rock and roll, knees to chest. Once you're down, side to side, little rock, side to side. Okay. Couple leg circles and we shall move on with our days. So let's start with 2 feet on the ground, knees high to the sky. Float your right leg up, point the toes, relax the arms. The leg circle is gonna go, let's see, to the left first, so counterclockwise. I'm gonna bring the leg, thigh a little closer to the body, the circle slightly across, and for this one, your range is not full mobility range, it's just about 2-3 feet range. So it's an overhead, single leg circle. I'm tucking the tailbone, I'm pressing the back body down, I'm kind of connecting the ribs more in than out. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, so pause for a moment at the top. Same leg, you're just gonna switch directions. Particularly for folks who have more mobility already, don't let the leg go all the way that it can. Keep this one a little higher up. You're going right circle clockwise. So how the hour of the clock moves, if we remember how manual clocks function, it's circling that way. Tailbone tucked, low back still pressing down. Find a little resistance for yourself. If it feels really easy, can you make it slightly less easy? Last 3. If it felt easy, it might not have felt easy. Here for 2. Here for 1. All right, now same leg, just give it a little hug in, knee to the chest. Arm strength, squeeze the knee down. And then bring that leg up. Hands just somewhere by your side. Right leg, you're gonna let it move as much to the left as you can with the left hip not moving. So my right hip left the ground a little, my left hip is really trying to stay down. And then bring it back to the center. Right leg, move it over to the right as much as you can without the left hip leaving the ground. So keep the left hip heavy, right hip open, right leg just fell off to the right side. Bring it back to the center. Try that one more time. Right leg to the left. The right hip can lift a little, but don't let the left hip move. And then right leg to the right. Okay. Bend the knees, curl everything in. Other side. We'll start with the feet grounding. Float the left leg tall. So this one starts clockwise, then counter. So leg moves forward slightly, point the toes, circle to the window if you're in the room first. You're going right and then left, but with the left leg. So that range of motion, not your capable hip mobility, you're keeping it a little shorter or smaller, but you're working to feel, is my abdominals helping that leg move, guiding or leading? If you're not quite feeling that belly connection yet, that tailbone tucking everything in, That really helps us to find deeper stability in these more mobilized positions, right? So we have the flexibility, but we have stability to control it. Just one more. All right. Now, same leg. The left leg's gonna go left side first. Now with this one, we have that potential to really fall down on that hip. Keep the leg more up and over. Left leg to the left, close it to the right. So that's your circle. And then again, tailbone tucking, ribs, belly connected, active. So I'm trying to orient the movement of the leg using my deeper abs. Nice, nice. Let's give that a 3, a 2, and a 1. All right, pause for a moment. You can bend the knee, give it a nice squeeze in. Use your arm strength to curl the knee in, down, down. Okay, and we'll stretch that leg up. So left leg, I'm gonna let it fall in to the right side. Right hip heavy, maybe left hip can move a little. And then that leg, we're gonna open it out to the left side. So just inner thigh comfortable. If the right hip really left the ground, seal the right hip and glutes back down. You got one more of that, bring it up, inner thigh, left leg to the left, squeeze, to the right rather, and then out to the left. All right, that's enough of that. Hug both knees in, curl into a little ball. Stamp your heels down, take a bridge pose, inhale to lift the pelvis up. Exhale, let the hips come down. Feet about hips width apart. Take a couple of windshield wipers there. Both knees right, both knees left. Option here for a butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Little tuck of the tailbone. Let the back be long. So as we sort of wind things down right here, if this is comfortable, you give it a few more moments, stay. If you're ready to not be here, you can extend the legs out long, go for a classic Shavasana. If you have a blanket or anything else for your comfort, just add that in. We're still for the next 60 seconds. Just let the eyes soften if you don't need them. If you do need a little vision for comfort, just a half gaze, a heavy gaze. Let the arms release. Let the breath just be full. Nothing strenuous at this moment. Use the next few rounds of breath to bring back some awareness from your mind to your body, from your body to your mind. Perhaps some small movement from fingers or toes. And you're more than invited to stay physically where you are. If you did want to find movement, you could start to hug the knees in towards your chest. You can rock a little side to side. And either your choice again to remain on the back or to find a fetal position, rocking over to one side, bliss. And then gently peeling yourself to a comfortable seated posture. And again, if you need to be on your back, you are. If you're still on the side, maybe you're there. If you're on the ground, let the arms be. If you've made your way up, we'll bring the palms together at heart space. Find a very deep, full breath in. And empty a deep, full breath out. Ask yourself specifically, what is something within my mind or body that I'm extremely grateful for? Send yourself that appreciation for what came up. And then just peel the layer a little deeper. What is something that is harder to be grateful for? What is something that you could thank your mind, specifically your body? What's a thank you that you could offer? That's just a little bit more challenging. It's not the easiest or the first thought. And so send that appreciation to and from yourself. May we remember to treat ourselves well. May we be kind to our mind and our bodies even when we forget, and sometimes we aren't. May we return to that sense of compassion for ourselves. If you're on a journey of movement or strength or whatever journey you might be on, just keep that compassion at the forefront. Be kind to yourself. Okay, let's take a very deep breath in. Very deep breath out. I thank you so much for sharing practice today. I wish you a peaceful, a lovely day. And so it is. Ashe. Namaste. Thank you kindly. Thanks for moving and grooving. You notice there's cameras. This is our class of the month for streaming. So if you're joining us online now or in the future, thank you. If you're in the building, thank you. My name is Rebecca. We do this Tuesdays, 7:30 a.m.